I want to first, of course, thank you, Mike and Sean and John, just for you guys, for this vision, because of course, without you guys, none of us would be here. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity, so thank you guys so much. How do I come behind you, Mike? I have no good stories. I want to be like you when I grow up. I need to go jet ski this weekend. All right, guys. So today I'm going to touch on Facebook leads. How many of you guys are dialing Facebook leads now? Okay, you. Got you. Okay. All right. So pretty much, guys, when it comes on to Facebook, you have to look at them totally different from how you would look at, of course, dialing a mortgage lead. Of course, they're $15 versus $50. So, of course, it's not going to be the same phone script. It's not going to be the same in-home. It's not going to be the same people. It's a total different mindset that you have to have coming into dialing and working a Facebook lead. So pretty much what I mean by that is, normally if you're doing like mortgage protection, you would need like 10 to 12 leads per week to book like 8 to 10 appointments per week. Yeah. So with Facebook, you have to change your mindset in the fact that you have to have at least 30 to 40 Facebook leads per week in order to book, I would say, anywhere from 10 to 12 appointments. So you need anywhere from 30 to 40 new leads per week to book 10 to 12 appointments. And from these 10 to 12 appointments, you're normally going to sell anywhere from 3 to 4 apps. So your initial investment is about, $450? Yeah. And if you sell 3 to 4 apps, your premium should be anywhere from, I would say, $2,500 to $3,500. So your investment, you're gaining anywhere from like a $2,000 to a $3,000 investment based on a $450 investment initially. So you're gaining, I would say, what's the ratio? 4 to 2,000?
5 to 1.
5 to 1, right. So you guys aren't losing either way. You only spend like $450 on the lead. You're gaining back your initial investment, plus you're making a whole lot of gains here, anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 on average. All right. So, okay. So of course, the clientele is going to be an older client. So normally with these older clients, when you're dialing them, you can't talk to them in the same manner that you would talk to a mortgage protection. So they're older, you have to go slower so that they can hear you, what you're saying. And if y'all have heard me dial, I sometimes mirror them on the phone as well. So if they're like, hey, this is Betty. Hey, Betty Sue, this is Leticia. I'm getting back in touch with you about the filing space. I'm mirroring them. I'm going slow. I'm mirroring exactly what they're saying. Like, true story. I went to a house the other day and the client was like, did I talk to you on the phone? I'm like, yeah, you did. He's like, no, you haven't. No, I said, I talked to you. I'm like, you talked to me. You talked to me. I was like, you talked to me. Even though they thought I didn't have an accent on the phone, but when I got there, of course, it's there. But, okay. Yeah, it was me. You talked to me. Yeah, it was me. So, I'm mirroring them. I'm making sure that they're hearing me, whatever I'm saying, because of course they're a little bit older. Got to go a little bit slower. You got to take your time with them, that kind of deal. And I'll go over the phones in detail a little bit, a few minutes from now, of course. And then, of course, these people that are going on Facebook, they are interested in getting life insurance. I know that, of course, some of them are just dilly-dallying, just going on Facebook, just clicking on everything that they see. But some people genuinely need insurance because, for one, they try to get insurance elsewhere and they haven't been able to get it because of some pre-existing condition. I was able to help a lady the other day. I think she was taking like a cancer med, and a miracle, 8%, was able to cover her immediately, to get coverage immediately in the house right away. So these people are looking because, of course, for one, they weren't able to get coverage because they have some kind of pre-existing condition. They get turned down a lot. So that's why they're on the internet, like searching and trying to find, insurance themselves. So a lot of people that I help, they're very grateful and very thankful because of the carriers that we work with. We're able to give them coverage immediately and don't have that time frame that have to wait to get covered. And of course, as well, guys, for those that are like building an agency, Facebook leads are the fastest leads that you're able to get to your agent starting out. They're pretty much instantaneous. Once you put in your criteria to get them in, you can get them within 2 to 3 business days. So if you have agents starting out, you can have them running those Facebook leads right away, and then that way they can build up their pipeline to start either getting more of an income so they can start traveling, or getting up more of an income so they can start investing in newer leads. So Facebook leads, I said, would be a very good investment for people just starting out, building their agents and get to their agents right away. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the phone script here in a minute. What's it? Corey? Hey, Corey. So I'm gonna go over the Facebook script with you, okay? Ooh. So, ring. Oh. Hey, Corey. Hi, Corey, this is Leticia. I'm getting back in touch with you. You had put some information, on Facebook about the new state-regulated burial coverage.
Yes.
Perfect, Corey. And it has here that your favorite hobby is fishing, right?
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. I like to fish too myself. And also, Corey, it says here your date of birth is 1/23/1931. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, Corey. Now, Corey, when you were looking into this coverage, were you looking into it for you, or were you looking into it for like a loved one as well?
A little both.
A little of both. Okay, so I'm taking that you are married, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, Corey. Now, the good thing is that with these plans, you don't have to worry about going to see a doctor. You don't have to worry about getting anybody coming out there to take your blood and poke you with any needles or anything like that. I just let you know what you'll be able to qualify for. Make sense?
Okay.
Now, are you currently working, Corey, or are you retired?
I'm working right now.
You're working right now. Okay, perfect. What time do you normally get home from work?
I work day shift. I normally get home like around 7:30.
7:30 p.m. at night?
Yes.
Okay, Corey. So I have a client at 7:30, but I will be there between 8 and 8:30. Is there any reason you wouldn't be home by that time?
Well, is that information you can send me? And I can kind of look over and I can do some research on my own.
Actually, Corey, there isn't, because with these programs I said before, there's 450 different programs, and what I do is that I customize that program to best suit your need, and then that way you know exactly what suits you and your family. Make sense?
Okay.
All right, perfect. So would you be home by between 8 and 8:30 or 9 and 9:30? What time works best for you?
Give me till like 8:30, that way I can kind of get settled in and, deal with the kids.
The wife and all of that.
Yes, I said, let's do 8:30.
All right, perfect, Corey. So don't forget to let his wife know that Leticia will be stopping by between 8 and 8:30. Corey, is this a 1, 2, 3? Is that on your mailbox or is that on your house?
On both.
It's on both. Okay, what color is your house, Corey?
It's tan.
It's a tan house. Okay, will you have any cars parked in your driveway?
Yeah, you should see 2 cars.
Oh, okay. What color are those cars?
One is red and the other one is blue.
Okay, all right, perfect, Corey. So again, my name is Leticia. I'll be driving a white car, and I'll also have my ID badge around my neck. That way you can easily identify me, okay?
Okay.
All right, perfect, Corey. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow evening between 8 and 8:30.
Okay.
All right, and that's pretty much the phone script. Now, when it comes on to, of course, in-home, when you get to the home, I don't build a lot of rapport. My rapport consist of complementing like their homes. You know, they live in a nice home for them complementing whatever it is that's there. So they have nice cabinets. Oh, those cabinets are great. If they have like pictures on the wall, oh, those are grandkids. Okay, great. And then I'm straight into it. I'm not taking a whole lot of time to build a whole lot of rapport. Of course, I let them know that I'm not from here. They probably tell by my accent. So I'm like, I guess you guys want to know where I'm from, right? And have them guess. Sometimes they guess, sometimes they don't guess. Okay, never mind. So, and then we get into that a little bit, talk about a little bit from where they're from, where I'm from, and that's pretty much all the information that I built right there. So when we get into directly to the kitchen table, not a couch that they've been sitting on, kitchen table. When we get to the kitchen table, what I'm going to say to them is, of course, I've learned this from John Wetmore. I tell them, well, I guess you need some life insurance, huh? And they have to respond back with a definite yes, or, I'm looking around, or let me see what you got. It can't be anything other than those. If they're like, oh, I thought this was car insurance, or Medicaid, or then I'm going to ask them some more questions as to why the hell they would use Medicaid. If they say,
sorry.
Yeah, if they say that, I'm going to be like, why do you think it was Medicaid when it says that on the thing right here? So then I get into, I lost my train of thought, right. So if they have to say back with a definite, they are interested, or they were looking for life insurance, or whatever the case may be. So when I get into that, I was like, okay, so normally the clients that I sit with, they either don't have any coverage, they don't have enough coverage, or they just want to leave back something behind for a legacy for their kids or for their grandkids. So which one out of those three, which one are you? And then they'll let me know if they just want to leave back something behind as a legacy, they just want to be buried, just want to be cremated, that kind of thing. So if they say, yes, I want to be buried, okay, so what kind of burial would you like to have? Would you like to be cremated, or would you like a traditional burial? Okay, and then I'm going to be asking them more questions, and I'm going to be asking them more questions so that I can build on what the plan that I'm going to customize for them pretty much. So after they say, of course, they want to be cremated or they want to have a traditional burial, I'm going to say, okay, well, do you have like any debts or any bills or anything else like that your family would have to cover, God forbid, in the event of your death? And they'll let me know. If you want to be buried, I know that you mentioned to me earlier that you were from, Connecticut. If you want to be buried in Connecticut, do you know, what it would cost for your burial, for your body to be transferred over to that state? And some people have an idea, some people won't. But if they want to be transferred outside of the state, of course, I'll have to customize it to fit that as well. And then I'll ask them, some more questions like, do you have any kids? Or do you have any grandkids? Anyone that you want to leave behind a legacy to. And they'll let me know. All right. So then, of course, once I have the plan in place, then I'm going to go ahead and let them know exactly what the plan would consist of. So, you guys got this, right? Okay, so the plan features. Okay. And then I'm writing this down as well so that they can visualize, they can see this when I'm saying to them. So of course I'm gonna ask them if you need something that's going to remain permanent. So something that's going to remain permanent, right? That's not going to expire before you expire. You want to make sure that when you expire, the policy expires, right? Make sense? And they're nodding. Makes sense. Okay. Do you also want a policy where the premiums remain level? So the premiums are never going to increase on you. It's always going to remain the same. Yes? Do you also want a policy where the death benefit also is going to remain level? So the death benefit isn't going to decrease on you over time. It's always going to remain the same. And also you want something that is going to take into effect immediately. So it's going to be immediately effective. So you wouldn't have to worry about 2 to 3 years from now. If you pass away tomorrow, if you pass away 2 weeks from now, the death benefit is going to be guaranteed to be paid to your beneficiaries. So of course, guys, with this one, I'm not stating this until I know exactly what's going on health-wise. So this, of course, is for someone that I know that should be able to get covered immediately. If I'm sitting with someone that's literally on their hospital bed, I'm not mentioning this one to them at all. So if they're, of course, healthy, they're on a few meds, I know I can get them approved with Americo or Mutual or whoever right there and then, I'm going to mention that they want this to take effect immediately because a lot of the plans that they're getting in the mail, they're not going into effect immediately. The ones that they send them in the mail are typically graded, and they would have a 3 to 4 year wait.